Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a Monday general live collective reading for you all. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. And if you are tuning in later, please ensure that you fast forward into the 5-minute mark when the reading will start, if you don't want to sort of listen to the chatter beforehand. So got a few announcements coming up today, but we will wait for people to come in. Hello, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us. Few announcements coming, just waiting for a few more people to come in. I hope you're all doing very well. Hope you're all staying safe. Lots of weird energy about. Not sure if you're already aware. Maybe you're sort of already picking up on it. Hi, Kate. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your help. Few announcements coming up, Kate. Just waiting for a few more people to come in. We have a new deck as well. Very exciting, and a few announcements that are also quite exciting as well. So yeah, very weird energy. Yeah, I'm in agreement. Thank you for the like. Feels like I've slept for a week and I woke up and the world's moved on. That's how I kind of want to explain it. And I've been waking up with lots of bruises on my legs. Yeah, I'm definitely doing something in my sleep there. Feels a little bit weird. There's definitely some weird energy. It feels like there's a lot going on in the ethers, but here is... Hi, welcome. Thank you for the like. Yeah, so we're going to wait about 5 minutes in. Hi, Luke. Hi, mate. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Wait a few more minutes for people to join, and then we'll start with the announcements here. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Luke. Yeah, it's a lot of weird energy going on. It just, to me, feels like I've just slept a week and the world has progressed. So not quite sure. I think it's to do with it. If you haven't already watched the video yesterday about the sort of 12th to the 13th, I feel like it's a build up of that up until the kind of, I would say, around the 20th. It just feels like, the way I want to describe it is hi, Jamie. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It, to me, feels like we're in pockets of like between sort of 4D and 6D energy, and we're just kind of in and out of that in this reality, and that we're kind of one minute we're in it and we're able to see ahead, and there's a kind of very clear picture. The next minute things are changing and we're sort of transitioning back to this reality, and the veil is very thick again. It just feels very confused energy. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you. I get notifications when people subscribe, so thank you so much. Okay, so got a couple more minutes, wait for people to come in, and then we'll jump into a few announcements, a few things that I want to sort of go through. Thank you so much to everyone messaging me their stories about how they found the channel and their journey. There are some times when I read people's messages about how they found the channel and I'm like, this is insane. I mean, I know I've done this job for like 12 years. And I know I should be used to it by now, but I'm not. And the reason being is because they shock me every time. They shock me every single time. And every time I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? So some of the stories that I'm hearing about how people have found the channel and what people have gone through up until that point, I'm just like, wow. So yeah, really interesting. Yeah, the energy is just, obviously, if you haven't watched the video yesterday, that definitely is, it's testing hope at the moment. It's testing hope, and it's testing to see whether or not how firmly you are in your belief system. How firmly are you set in your belief system, or are you easily swayed? Are you easily manipulated? Are you easily swayed? Are you easily confused? Because if you are any of those things, this is going to absolutely be shone back at you 100,000%. If you don't have a greater sense of self, if you don't have a very clear picture of what it is you want, that is also going to be reflected back to you, to the point where you are going to be sat there thinking, are you having a laugh? No, they're doing it because there needs to be a stronger cultivation of self, because what is coming next needs you to be in that energy. And if you're not, if you're easily distracted, if you're easily suckered in by people, and even if you're not easily suckered in by people, this is a test of will, and also whether or not you are able to maintain a focus. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am incredibly stubborn when it comes to what I want. Okay. I'm not even going to lie. And even I am like, someone having a giggle here, because it feels like I keep waking up and I'm like, things have changed. And I'm like, this wasn't how I left it. So just watch for that. Watch for that. Okay, so we'll go into a few announcements. So we've got a new deck. First of all, thank you so much, Nina, for your kindness. This deck is literally, look how stunning this deck is. So obviously I'm massively into Egypt. If you don't already know that, I am. Not gonna lie, I was a baddie in Egypt. Going to be keeping it very real here. I was a baddie. All right. So obviously, not sure if you already know, but how it tends to work is we recycle. So sometimes we're bad and sometimes we're good, and then we swap and change, because obviously we're in a three-dimensional reality. So usually, if you're tends to be the more evolved you are, the kind of the more extreme it gets. But anyway. So this is taking me back to my Egyptian days, but this is Tarot Nefertiti. And as you can see, it's got gold gilding on it. Nina very kindly got this deck for the channel, for us all. Shout out Nina. But it gets even better. She also bought a separate spare deck. Pause for dramatic effect. The deck is going to be part of a giveaway when I get to 1,000 subscribers, and the terms are going to be announced next stream. And I'm going to be adding to this. Okay, so it's not just going to be a deck. There's going to be additional things that I'm going to add to it as well, so that when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to send this to you as a thank you. So this is the first one that is being part of the giveaway. This is the first item that is going in, thanks to Nina. Nina is, I feel like crying. Her story, I'm not going to get emotional. Her story is very similar to mine, and how she found the channel was exactly why I started this. I'm going to get emotional, Jale, for goodness sake. Sorry, I'm half Turkish. We are extraordinarily extra and extraordinarily dramatic. So unfortunately, my lineage, my mum and my dad's side are very extra. So I apologise. My muggle side of me is super dramatic. Her journey was very similar to mine. And I'm going to leave it there before I start getting super emotional and look like an idiot. Okay, so this is the tarot deck we're going to be using today, guys. Okay, and next stream, next live, I'm going to announce the terms of the competition, mainly because I haven't fully decided yet, because my guides are also debating. Yes, my guides are also debating. So let's get started, guys. Okay, so utilizing Nina's Tarot Nefertiti, we're going to, and this is a Lo Scarabo deck, and if you don't already know, anything by Lo Scarabo I'm obsessed with. So in terms of illustration and energy. Now let's see. Hi Stacey. Let's see what portals we're going to be walking into today. Look at that on that how amazing is this deck? Yeah. Okay. Let's see what they want to bring through. Wow. Jamie, I've got a feeling this might be for you. They're just giving me Songbird. Girl, you need to sing. I'm not even going to sit and lie about this here. Jamie, you need to sing. But do you know what I'm getting? It's like I'm just getting Songbird. Did you really? Right. In Arabic? Are you actually joking? My grandma was an Arabic professor. Now I've got goosebumps. You need to sing, girl. You need to sing. I'm telling you. I'll promote you. I'll promote you. You need to sing. It's like, and I get it. We may need to do a healing. We may need to do a healing. I'll leave it there. I won't say anything else. We'll talk later. Yeah. Right, let's go. Let's go here. Why? 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 Okay. The sun. I can actually feel the sun on the back of my neck as well. What's that song called? Your True Colors. It's called True Colors. This song I'm hearing. This is going to be a message for someone here. Why are you not stepping into your power? Why? You're afraid. There's a fear here. This is fear. Oh my goodness, girl, you have to sing. You don't be afraid of being. We'll talk later in case there might be other messages come through, but this is based on past life fears that are filtering through into this lifetime. What this is telling us here in a general sense is if you are currently fearful about something, there is a bleed through from a past life coming through that is currently aiming to restrict you to get to where you need to go. So if you've got a fear going on based on being acknowledged, being recognized, a skill, an ability, a talent, there is a past life reason why you are not wanting to aim towards that. We need to clear this out, okay? Well, this is a past life issue. There is a fear that you have brought through into this lifetime. Now, the confusion is part of it because what's going on is we've got timeline bleed through. And what that means is that because there is not a clearly defined sort of, usually at any one point in time, there is a fairly standard kind of group of timelines that we could be filtering into. At the moment, it's a free-for-all, which is why everyone is so confused, right? But we cannot move forward until we release the old. All right. Now, there's a few ways of doing that. Whatever jumped into your head when I first mentioned this is going to be the immediate thing you need to go to. Now, how I would do it and how I have done it is to sit in that energy and to sort of bring your awareness back to that point in time and allow your mind to move from that point onwards and sort of free association, freely move. What that will do is it will kind of move you through that energy until there is an emotional response. And when there is an emotional response, you keep going until the emotional response or your crying is released. And then you sit back in that energy again and you allow your mind to wander, because what that will do is it will clear out everything that needs to be cleared in order for you to progress forward. There's a standstill. This is a stalemate, a standstill. Now, don't forget, again, if you haven't watched the last video about manifestation, this is what you need to be doing the next few days in order to be ready for this 12th to 13th of May energy to hit. Because if you're still backed up, it's like why did you give me that as an example? They're showing me a toilet that's backed up, but it's like the U-bend is backed up and there's nothing that can get through. So we need to release before we move forward. But this is waiting at the end. The other side, this is waiting for you, the sun. This is enlightenment. This is healing. This is acknowledgement. This is your true form, your sovereignty of self, cultivation of the self. Too many people listening to too many people about opinions of too many people. Focus on you. There are too many people, influences, energies. Oh, you know, like for like my, for like I'm channeling my dad at the moment. Too many like people having a say about certain things, and too many people having a discussion about your own life. Why are you buying into that? I know it's easier said than done, but draw it back. If this is what energy you've got around you, draw that energy back to the self, because you're going to be ultimately the person that understands where your path is going. It's not going to be up to Bill up the road, who's come up from the pub and has gone back home to Rita because, you know, they've been married 100 years and, you know, they're miserable and they haven't, you know, they don't understand life. This is down to you. Now, okay, you might sort of sit there and think, okay, wow, this is a little bit extra, the messages. Enough with don't allow people to get so heavily ingrained in your life, because you are ultimately, when this goes right, they're going to be the ones to capitalize, going, oh, see, I told you. No, don't let them. Like, when you are on your path, the distractions, there's going to be, I'm not going to lie, this is the easiest time to cultivate and remove those distractions, because as you get further and further into your path, it's going to get more confusing. I'm not going to lie to you. Why allow people to be around you when you're still like kind of defining yourself? Because do you think they're going to be deserving to be around you when you're at your best? You know, don't be afraid to, someone's got, again, this is attachment to people, and you've got to be very careful between the balance of attachment and what is love, because love is not attached. People be getting dragged today, I'm not going to lie, including myself. Spirit are giving you a seal of approval to move forward. Can you see the hieroglyph in the background there? You're not seeing this. Can you see you're getting so caught up in what is apparent and what is obvious? Why is this not being acknowledged? Why is this part not being acknowledged, but everything else is you're getting caught up in? Be very careful. Again, it's that magician's sleight of hand. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't. Be very careful what you're investing into, because not everything is going to be for your benefit at this point in time. You've got your ancestors are coming through to help you with this as well. Other way, okay. Yeah, look. You've got a lot of indecision here. This is Two of Pentacles. People kind of not sure, making decision. Maybe not, or maybe I should. Oh, I just don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. No, maybe I should. Yeah, but what happens if this happens? You've got Two Pentacles that are being juggled here. And I will try and get this to the point where you can see it. But it's a free-for-all. That you're not even holding on to the pentacles. Everyone's facing a different direction, everyone's looking in a different place. You don't take your eyes off the prize. This energy, this is what it's aiming to do here, is totally distract. Focus on what you want, and I'm being really honest with you here, if you want to try to manifest something, you are going to have 15 different things telling you, oh, it's not going to happen, it's not going to do this. People are going to be telling you all kinds of things. Keep going. This is exactly the time you keep going. If you stop and pull back now, it's a test. Again, I know I keep saying it's a test, it's a test, it's a test. The times we're in at the moment, anything is possible. Don't forget my Palace in Aquarius video. The impossible is possible. That is exactly what is going on right now. But if you are being, doubting that energy, what a great way of blocking that manifestation, isn't it? To create that illusionary energy. Now don't forget, again, with the previous, again, if you haven't watched the video, definitely look at it. But we're about to have the moon transition past Neptune after it goes past Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, Pallas, and also the South Node. Once it goes and transitions past Mars, there's going to be a propulsion forward, which is going to really make people want to go for something. Make sure it's the right thing and it's not the illusionary energy that you're being propelled towards, because this is the risk right here, okay? Once it gets past Neptune, you're going to be called into doubt again. This is why before this energy hits on the 12th or 13th, if you're not sure now, you're not going to be sure then. And it's going to get even weirder. I'm just going to keep it real. This energy here is what the Two of Pentacles is blocking, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, if I get the webcam to focus, let's focus on the writing because it makes things easier when it's... May take a while. The webcam is on its way. I've ordered a really decent one, but it's taken ages. Can you see this Queen of Wands here? This is someone who is, and it doesn't have to, you don't have to be a female. This could be male as well. This is someone who is a leader, who knows what they're going towards. This is someone who has a very strong sense of self, who is determined, who is passionate, who has, again, it's the wands. Can you see here? She's not holding on to these wands. She doesn't need to. I'm getting freaking Luke. I'm getting dragged in this now. Guys, I apologize for this webcam. Can you see in the background? She's not holding on to the wands. She's holding on to the flowers. Don't allow this distraction. You've got so much noise going on here with the Two of Pentacles blocking the indecision of that forwardness and that direct energy of the Queen of Wands. Don't buy into this. Don't buy into this. And if you are already, take a look, because don't forget the next few days, once all this energy kind of moves forward into past, you know, all these planets, and obviously we have Saturn in retrograde as well. We have the North Node transitioning back into Gemini. Yeah, this is setting the stage. This is setting the stage of what's to come, and we need to be very clear. Don't forget, Gemini is a very dualistic sign as well. Uh-oh, the cards just put out a candle. That's interesting. That's not good. Okay, one minute. 1 minute. Guys, apologies. I'm just trying to find my lighter. Since I quit smoking, there are hardly any lighters around anymore. Just got to do a little 1 minute because the candle's gone out. Apologies, guys, but this is it's a message, but it's also not great. Okay, so the feminines, if you're masculine, this is also for you, but it's your feminine side, the left side. Okay, you must really pay attention to what you are. Again, there's going to be an interchangeable energy with this. So at what points do you gravitate towards, you know, very direct masculine energy, and what points do you pull back? You're going to have to really understand this energy, because there's going to be a little trick in store where it's going to ask you to propel yourself forward and push through something. Don't do it. It's a test, and that it's going to require you to observe as opposed to take charge of a situation that is not for you to take charge of. Okay, so that's a separate message. Yeah, so we've got here the Queen of Swords with the Eight of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is usually someone that's very detached, someone who is ready to attack, ready to defend their energy. Can be masculine, doesn't have to be, can also be feminine. It's just that the energy of the kind of archetype. Swords energy is very kind of verbally able, very cutting, can be a little bit too detached, can be cold. But this is also, Eight of Swords is also that kind of mental entrapment, mental energy, mental entrapment that is almost blocking your energy. All right, so it's almost like where it spurs you towards. Can you hear that noise? Can you hear that? Someone is like, it sounds like someone is breaking something apart outside. I'm not even joking you. It sounds like someone's got an axe and is breaking down something outside. Okay. Be aware of what the distractions are here. Again, Eight of Swords is that usually kind of very little bit mental kind of entrapment energy. So just make sure that you're not getting suckered into something that is not something that you should be involved in. Now, interestingly, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's someone here with a reptile on their back and lots of different swords. Don't invest. Whatever you do, if this is your, okay, how do I put this in the most broadest sense possible? Because this is going to apply differently to everyone. Don't buy into the cold, detached energy that this is going to bring. Keep your heart space open. Whatever you do, make sure your heart space is kept open. If you start blocking yourself off to this and you start retracting or withdrawing your energy, it's going to confuse it even more. This is essentially what's going on. Six of Pentacles, a balance. There is essentially a balance that's being carried out here. Now, can you see at the top of this pyramid, it looks like a cobra with wings. DNA, this is DNA upgrade. This is a DNA upgrade. So if you look at the Schumann resonance right now, it's quiet, isn't it? They're saying, pick your weapon of choice. Do you use the weapon against you, or do you defend yourself against said energy? And what I mean by that is, are you going to sacrifice? Because this is the thing, people are going to be making decisions here that are going to, I'm not going to lie, this is about, you're about to be propelled forward into a different timeline. Make your choices very carefully. Make your choices very carefully. Now, that sounds extremely dramatic. I apologize. But again, I mean, yes, I am a little bit extra, but also this is also information that we need to be realistic about. Because look, this is balance. Six of Pentacles is earthly pursuits. Hello, Jason. Welcome. This is about earthly pursuits. Can you see underneath all of this energy going on up here? And below them is the balancing weighing scales are being carried out. Someone is formulating an idea, a plan here based on what's going on in the ethers. And how that directly translates to you is that do not be baited into taking the bull by the horns and overstepping. Try not to overstep your boundaries. Really be careful. So for example, if you feel like you could be doing something better and someone hasn't given you consent to do that, don't do it. Just be very careful, and watch for people around you as well. Just watch for those people around you that are trying to entice you into things that are not for your highest good. That's also another thing that's coming through. You've got to watch yourself, but also watch the influences around you. Just be really careful. Six of Cups. So this is now the second six we've got. So this is past life energy here. As you can see, you've got three cups. This is friendship. This is reunion. This is celebrations. There's also three that's been hidden underneath. Again, there's an added element of mystery that's not being revealed yet here. Okay, so we can see this now, can't we? Although they're not really paying attention to it. The three cups are revealed here. There's three underneath that have yet to be revealed, that they're going to be revealing themselves over the coming week or so. So just be very aware of your actions. I'm hearing gossip. Please, just whatever you do, be very mindful of what kind of energy you're putting out there. Don't entertain it. Don't entertain it, because this is essentially, it's a distraction. Again, if you're buying into that energy, what is it taking you away from? Please just, and again, by all means, just do what you feel you need to do. Trust your gut instinct. You don't even need to listen to me, but the information I'm getting here is that the people are going to be getting sucked into all kinds of gossip and stuff like that, and it's designed to lead you away from where you're going. It's like that. It's very much the Seven of Cups energy, because don't forget, before the Seven of Cups is the six. It's one less, isn't it? Where there's all these choices. It's like, oh, pick this cup. Doesn't this look great? And pick that cup. Doesn't that look great? Whatever you do, if you feel like, let's say you make a decision, right, and there's something niggling away at you to say this is not quite right, it's because you've made the wrong decision. 100%. If it persists and you keep getting that instinct of something is not quite right, you need to go back to the last place that you were before that decision was made and review it again, in my opinion. Now, you might sit here and go, yeah, but that doesn't add up to me. That doesn't, make sense to me. This is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. And always, always, always trust your own gut instincts and your own insights, okay? But there are going to be lots of choices, lots of decisions, and lots of duds and red herrings. And I'm just going to be very honest with you. And I'm seeing someone come to people in this ear telling, like, little birdie told me this, a little birdie told me that. Don't you think you should be doing this? Don't you think you should be doing that? No. Who was this person before? Were they helpful to you? You've got to understand there are, and I'm going to be very honest with you, there are definitely people in people's circles here that are not 100% legit. Okay. Again, if you're sat here watching this thinking, yeah, but all my friends, I've cleared that energy out, then this message is not for you. But there are definitely people watching that needs to hear that message. Be very careful, because you've got to remember, when you're in this kind of energy of cultivating yourself and where you want to go, if your circle is tight, then you're fine. But if there's and this is going to sound uber dramatic, but it's true, and unfortunately I've learned this the hard way, if you've got people that are around you like that now, what about when you're even more successful? What's going to happen? Are they going to be ready to trip you up? Because this is unfortunately the information that you've got to be very careful of, that energy, because it feels like this is breeding that. It's like there's an undercurrent here of confusion and again, desperation. Because don't forget what I said at the beginning, and again, there are always hidden messages in what I'm saying here. I said I was a baddie last time round. It always recycles itself. There is always, if, for example, whatever you're deciding to do, there is always going to be a counterpart that is here to distract or to repel you against that. Always. It's how it works. Again, if we're in heaven, that wouldn't be the case, or we're in the ethers, that wouldn't be the case, but we're in a three-dimensional reality where we are polarized by light and dark. It's logic, you know, in my opinion it is anyway. Right, let's have a look. See what other messages here. Yeah, there's going to be lots of people going, oh, hi, you're my ex from X amount of years ago. I feel like things have changed. Or you're my friend that I knew from 10 years ago. How do you feel? You know, oh, great, you're doing really well for yourself. There's going to be this energy coming in. This energy is going to be, you're going to be getting all kinds of random people from the past popping up. That's how I'm viewing this energy. Just be very careful. Be very careful. Sorry to be dramatic there, but it's real. Oh my goodness. Wow. So we've got the devil, can't make it up, and the Ace of Swords. I wish I was joking right now. I wish. So you've got the Ace of Swords here, and then you've got the devil who appears as a reptile. Ironic. The truth will be shown. Okay, so when it comes to general readings, if I'm saying something that over the next few days you feel like doesn't sit with your situation, then that message wasn't for you. In other parts of the reading, there might be information that really does jump out, but then a few minutes later, the information doesn't jump out. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So, for example, if over the next few days, this information doesn't fit with your situation, then it wasn't for you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. So, for example, if you feel like you're not confused at the moment and you're not having all these weird energies that are kind of throwing you off track, then this is not going to be for you. Because I'm reading a collective. The information that comes through in general readings is for the good of the collective and what is most needing to be heard. Now, because obviously we are different fragments of consciousness within one body, sometimes that information is not going to suit absolutely everyone, because it just isn't, you know. Ace of Swords and the devil. Okay, so you're going to be shown the truth. I mean, look, I know I did the weekend reading, which is about truth being shone. This is an extension of that. It's going to be there's a clearing out here. So the devil with the Ace of Swords is essentially, you're going to be learning a lot of different information around people here that probably you wouldn't have. So can you see here, you've got a reptile and a bird. There are two different types of people. It's almost like you're going to be shown exactly who people are, and whereby you maybe thought that these people were your type of people. No, because they're totally different breeds. One's I think amphibian, is it? And one's they're totally different breeds of creatures here. So whereby you would probably have assumed that this counterpart, this person, this energy was your direct mirror, your direct person, you're going to be learning it's not, or your direct, maybe your soul tribe, your friendship group, your family. It's going to be very obvious who is in alignment and who is with you and where you're going. This is what is going to be showing here. Wow. Now, interestingly, the next two cards that came up, they're coming up in pairs for some reasons. We've got the Seven of Pentacles with the star energy here. So The Seven of Pentacles, this is about a waiting period before healing can take place. So this information, although it may look very harsh and like, oh my goodness, this is, and do you remember the message from the last time that I've been reading where I said, you're going to be feeling like it's all horrible, but there's a blessing at the end of it. This is now being reiterated in these cards as well. So you're going to be confused. You're going to be thinking, oh my goodness, is this really what, is this person really who I thought, goodness me, I can't believe that's who they really are. This is horrible. Get me out of this energy. Wait for it. Wait for it, because there's a hidden blessing here. Seven of Pentacles with the star. There is a hidden blessing in this. Now, the trick is between finding out this truth and getting the blessing is to stay with it. Because if you start throwing the towel in and going, oh, I'm not going to do this, and life's not fair, and you know, I'm not going to be able to do this, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't know, I'm confused. You have to keep going. I'm telling you now, if you retreat, if you withdraw, if you sit and go, oh, you know, I'm going to give up on this, don't. That's how it's designed. Just please, like, even if you sleep on it, all right? Even if you get to the point where you go, no, sleep on it. Sleep on it. But there is a blessing. Now, you might turn around and feel in your gut instinct, yes, I'm very aware of this this situation here, being this is not the person I thought it was, in which case I'm going to close this energy out, because what's coming to me after that is the blessing, because I've had trust and faith. It's all about the decision and what it's showing you. Everyone is going to be different in that energy, but there is definitely a test coming up. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. This is about a practical energy blessing that's coming to you. They're saying don't doubt it. Yeah, look, Three of Pentacles. This is soul contracts. There's soul contracts that have been closed out here. It's almost like the lesson was learned so that the soul contract can close out. Can you see? They're finally taking the one pentacle. It looks very much like here, the Four of Wands in the background, doesn't it? Someone is finally making that decision, but what they don't realize is that they're closing out a really large cycle here. Can you see her body language in this picture where she's taking that pentacle? It's like she's already getting ready to move on. Her body is positioned away from the other kind of distractions going on here. She's getting ready to take it and leaving. All right, so it's like there's lots of distractions taking place, which the Ace of Pentacles is a new start. It's a new business project or a move or relationship, tangible, physical kind of new beginning. They're getting ready to take that and moving on. All right, so don't, again, if you feel like you need to be moving past something or a situation, then go with it. By the way, the instructions just flew out. It wasn't a card that flew out. And the Fool, which is brand new beginnings. So you're going to be shown truth. You're going to be asked to trust your gut instinct, to move forward, walk forward in that path, having taken that new beginning, leap of faith with the Fool, new energy. This is the start of the major arcanas again, brand new cycle. We're not talking about witchcraft, Jason. Sorry, that's not this. This is really totally opposite of the energy that I would even promote. I wouldn't get into that at all. Or blind faith. The blind faith thing is not about being blind faith. It's about trusting your innate senses that you've cultivated over a period of time and a period of tests. And as for witchcraft, yeah, I don't think you should be playing with that kind of energy, because anything to do with that energy is always going to bind you into something that you have little to zero idea about, and you're going to think you're on top of it, and you're not going to be. And that I can absolutely guarantee you. And I definitely do not recommend it myself. it's essentially, in my opinion, breaking through the will of upstairs and saying that you have a God-given right to control a situation because you think that you should be in that power and that control, which you're not God. So by all means, if you want to if you want to test that out, mate, you do what you need to do. But this reading is going to be probably totally opposite of what is on your awareness right now. The Fool, this is taking a leap of faith. This is a brand new start, closing out a karmic cycle. Can you see the cat here? Again, distractions. The cat also can sense negative energy, all right? Cat is the feminine, all right? So just, again, I'm getting females, lots of female energy, kind of distracting. It might look, again, I'm hearing an offer from a female. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. It's not what you think it is. And I'm hearing, I already know that. So then don't buy into it. And when I say don't buy into it, you're still open. What someone's done here is they've left the door open and they've gone, oh, I'm just going to walk away now. I'm just going to walk. And it's like you've left the door half open because you think spirit can't see what you're doing because you're probably loophole. You're probably a loophole person that likes to kind of keep loopholes open. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that because they can see it. They can see it. These guys upstairs, they can see it all. So again, I'm just going to do a little spell to move things along. You go ahead, but they can see everything. You know. So it's up to you. Your choice. It's your karma at the end of the day. Yeah, here we go. Closing out these types of cycles. Close it out. This is not for you. Close it. Not shut the door already. Can you see you've got 3 people here that are willing this on? There's a sort of, again, it's that door being ajar and left open. Someone needs to shut this cycle down, okay? Because this is when the abundance can come through. Queen of Pentacles. So we've had the Queen of Wands. We've had the Queen of Swords. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. This is a physical manifestation. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is in charge of their sort of domain, whether you're masculine or feminine. This is someone who is in charge of their earthly pursuits. This is someone who can manifest a large, abundant energy. This is someone that's in control of their environment, who is aware of what the situation is, and they're very grounded in that energy. But you must close this out first. It's like someone's trying to will something new in, but they've got all these demons and weird things through a little doorway that they're tapping into. It's like they haven't shut out a cycle, and there's a mess in the current, and they're wondering why there's a mess because you didn't shut the door, and there's a lack of a boundary respect here. There's a lack of, and I feel like this person commands respect as well. This person commands respect because they've done the work. They've done the work. They haven't sort of done loopholes and then hoping that, you know, spirit are not going to realize, because they are. Which way are we going? Backwards? This way? Leave it? This way? As is? Okay. So we've got an offer coming here. There's a very kind of heart-centered offer on its way. We've got Knave of Cups. This is a Page of Cups. This is a heartfelt offer. Because you've closed out a cycle, there's going to be an offer coming once you close the cycle out, okay? Once that offer comes in, it's an abundant offer because it leads to other things. Now, can you see this cup is there waiting to be taken? This is about emotions. Not sure why he's got a traffic light on his, it looks like a button. Stop, go, stop, go. Take it as it resonates. This can be anything. It can be business, it can be relationships, it could be money, it could be family, it could be the dog up the road, it could be your next door neighbor, it could be anything that is in your life. Now, because it's not a personal reading, I'm not going to be able to fill in that gap because it's not a personal reading. This is a general reading. This is the general energy. If you know for a fact that it's in your relationship and your business life, then that's where you assign that information to. So, Knight of Cups with the Four of Cups in the reverse. So this is about someone finally taking a path that of the road less traveled. This is something where this may have been a situation that you'd previously discounted that you're now revisiting because it's more viable and or there's more awareness of the situation at hand. Okay, so yeah, 7 of Wands, there's also a destructive kind of defensive energy behind that. So on one hand, you've got someone that's trying to relook at something. Now they've closed the door on this old situation and they're trying to ascertain what their choice is going to be. They take that leap of faith to move towards it because, again, they've established that this is something that they really need to look at again. But there's still this defensive energy. Again, fear. What happens if Spirit turned around and delivered you absolutely everything you could ever wish for? Would you take it with both hands, or would you be scared? Real question. If Spirit turned around and offered you absolutely everything in your wildest dreams that you could ever imagine right now in this second, would you take it? If you think, now I know for a fact that probably 99.9% of people will, yeah, but think about what that comes with. Realistically, what that comes with. Because this is what this is. This is the 7 of Wands is that energy of that means I've got to get on with the work now, or I've got to assign to this, or I've got to commit to that, or I've got to, because even that comes with a very definitive energy. So that means you're going to sing live then, does it, Jamie? So that means you're going to sing live. You've just confirmed. You've just bought into the live singing. 7 of Wands, defensive energy. Because there is always that niggle, isn't there? Because we're obviously we're human, or, you know, we're souls living a physical existence. So there is an ego element that comes in and goes, oh, yeah, but this is a lot. What happens if I bottle it, or what happens if I can't do it, or what happens if I'm, because this is again, we're only human, aren't we? We have weaknesses. So this is it's the weaknesses are being brought out to be understood and released finally. But it's very much like you'll go one step forward into wherever you want to go, and then there'll be another little thing that pops up. It's that you need to look at. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. If you are aligning with your heart center, this should matter. Look at this cup underneath this scarab beetle. Would you take the cup if it was underneath the scarab beetle? Would you take it? I would. It's very I'm a celeb, get me out of here vibes, but I would 100%. 100%. That's right up my street. That this is asking you to walk into your fears. This is it's like you're being challenged to walk into your fears, because the actual kind of benefit of this afterwards is I mean, look, you've got, first of all, and I don't know if this is actually someone's thoughts or if this is my own guides. No, the cup is not there to collect the dump of the scarab beetle. I don't know why that popped in my head, but someone already has written off their cup, their blessing, as, oh, I'm not going to take it because this is going to be bad. Now, if you answered 100% yes, I would grab towards my dreams and I wouldn't care, then this is not going to be for you. These are the people who, even when their dreams are there and their wish fulfillment is there, they've talked themselves out of it and they're self-sabotaging. This is about the self-sabotage, okay? Do not buy into that. Walk towards. If you're scared, walk. And can I just say, FYI, pretty much I'm the kind of person if I'm scared of something, I'll just directly do it, just because I don't like the idea of it having a hold on me. Especially quitting smoking, that was like, oh no, we're not getting into that. We're not going to have that kind of thick hold. I don't like the idea of something holding on to me. That's not okay. Yeah, like cats, when I used to be scared of cats. Ten of Swords. This is about drawing those kind of karmic situations to a close, drawing those cycles to a close. Again, you're being given opportunity here to close out some cycles that maybe you hadn't already done. Yeah, Jamie, this is from my Egyptian past life. I'm telling you, best thing to do is to sit in around cats, to walk near cats and understand cats. That's the best way to do it. Now, there's so much, it's a subconscious fear, but there's a lot more to it. I might even do a, do you know, I'm going to do a quit smoking video. I might even do more than just the quit smoking video. I might even do more than that. Who knows? I've got a million things I need to do, but I haven't got the time to do it. So let's see what we can do here with the time we're given. Let's see what other messages are coming through here, Spirit, please. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Someone's not taking action towards something and they're putting it off. There is a loop. We're on a continuous loop. This is why we're in a pause position, where it looks like a pause position, because someone's not making a decision here. They're going back towards old tried and tested methods and expecting a different result. What is that quote? The definition of madness is trialing something for 100th time and then expecting a different result. Something is not able to move forward until this is closed out. It's going to be different for everyone, and that almost took the candle out again. Queen of Swords. This is now about closing out something, closing out a cycle. The Queen of Swords, masculine or feminine, doesn't have to be female, can be male as well. This is about physically cutting a cycle out. Can you see? She's got a sword there, but she's not holding on to it. It's like someone is expecting a cycle to end without any involvement in the cycle. Thanks, Kate. Someone is expecting a cycle to end without any investment or taking any responsibility. Oh, thanks, Luke. Sorry, Luke. Without taking any responsibility. So can you see, usually with the Queen of Swords, there's someone holding on to the sword and is ready to take action. This person is essentially kind of just floating in midair. Take the responsibility, take the sword, to cut out what you need to cut out. And again, this is going to be given for everyone. One sec. So the cards that I'm going to start laughing. Right. The cards that flew out, I'm going to start laughing and giggling now. The cards that flew out, Four of Pentacles and Three of Swords here. So Three of Swords is about an ending, heartbreak. Three of Swords is about an ending, heartbreak. This is about a physical end of a situation, can be a separation of a relationship, can be a breakup. Can you see the eyes there? Wow, I've just seen that. Right, one sec. Let me just... All right, so Three of Swords is an ending. Four of Pentacles is usually someone is trying to hold off on pain. The reason why they're not doing it is they're trying to hold off on the pain. They don't want to take they know that if they close this off, they're going to have to deal with some kind of emotion. And so they'd rather carry this on than end. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to start laughing in a minute here. Someone is trying to restrict an ending of something because they don't want it to end. They are not wanting to take the energy behind the ending. And can you see here? Look, the Queen of Swords again, cutting that energy off. And then what came out? The Tower. They know there's going to be a Tower ending. Kate, you're crying laughing. I've got my left eye freaking watering. I've got candles going off. I've got someone trying to tap into my brain at the moment as I'm physically reading. I got Luke. I got Luke on my messenger. Kate, don't. Oh, don't. Literally, my eye is watering so bad. The only good thing is my nose hasn't started yet. You'll all be glad to see and understand. Like, Kate, in fact, let me just be really unprofessional for a minute. Let me just be super unprofessional. Give me 2 seconds. Right, so the Tower, someone is trying to so I feel really bad because this is obviously someone's having a bit of a rough time at the moment trying to end something, and so I feel really guilty about sat here laughing, but you got to kind of laugh sometimes, haven't you? You kind of have to laugh because this has gotten like, I feel like this candle is this is the thing, I've got 2 candles and I've got my protection going on here. I've got someone trying to backdoor into my head, trying to get into my brain. What are you doing? Right. Tower, they do not want to see. Oh my goodness, I've just realised. Look how phallic that looks. I've just realised. So the Tower moment, they do not want. Oh no, I've just blown that candle out now. Oh no. One sec, guys. One sec. Sorry, this candle's gone out again. This is fact. Let's not mess around with this. Let's not mess around with this. One sec. Okay. The reason we're laughing is because there is someone who has been banned from, I'm going to just go into this now because I'm just going to, hopefully this person's listening and you can read my lips, because now there's going to be an issue if you keep going with this, right? This person has been banned and they keep coming through on fake names. Get a grip. Get a grip. If you keep coming through, you're going to be banned again. You're going to get banned again, and then you're going to get banned again. Because believe it or not, people on this page are intuitive, so they can read your energy. They can read your energy, mate. So that's a little warning to you. You're going to get banned all over again, especially if you keep trying to disrupt the energy of the reading or tapping into me. That's not good. You shouldn't be bypassing people's boundaries or attempting to. Let's have a look. Let's see. Right, Spirit, what else? What other messages need to come through here, please? Kate, don't start me off. Again, distraction. We're not getting distracted here. This is classic distraction, which I'm not buying into anymore. So, okay, so we've got Justice with the 6 of Pentacles. This is a recalibration of something. Karma being totally rebalanced. 6 of Pentacles, balance of a previous energy that wasn't acknowledged. this is the energy at the moment. We've got the Hermit here. This is very much about Virgo energy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Can you see this ankh? What I want you to do is I want you to take the ankh in this image and I want you to put it beneath your third eye. Beneath, at either side, at the front of your third eye. Because this is going to be very good protection for you guys. So where the loop is, I want that to be placed through where the third eye is. If you feel drawn to doing it, okay? But this is currently the energy where we're being in this almost like a, you know, when you go and queue for something, you're waiting, aren't you? You're in this phase of wait. This is the Hermit energy. It's like the physical reality looks like there's not much going on, even though we know different. Behind the scenes, things are being recalibrated that you may not be aware of. All right. So just, again, wait. I mean, again, there is a decision that's coming up, though, with the Lovers. This is about choices. This can also be Gemini energy. And I don't know why this guy's right arm has been, looks like something's, it looks here, it's the left side. Someone is in an energy here of fear, number one, but they're not used to utilizing their heart energy to make a decision. And so it's alien to them. They're trying to push something through with their will and it's not going to work because what's behind that is not this rebalancing. This is karmic. Someone's trying to push something through with their will, whereas actually you have to utilize the heart space. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. So remember when we saw that person grabbing that Ace of Pentacles and sort of almost like they were trying to run off with it, all right? There's confusion here and they're trying not to acknowledge the choices that are needing to be made, but the choice has to be made, especially if you've been going in a loop where the choice, you know, maybe you've been putting up the choice because you didn't want the disruption, or you've been hoping that it would go away, or you thought that maybe you were imagining it. You're not imagining it. It's real, but the fact that you're just not committing to any path, there's going to be a decision that is needing here. Now, the decision can be either to sit back and wait or to act. All right, everyone is going to be different. Now, let's say, for example, your previous kind of way of doing things was to just allow the situation to unfold. You need to do the opposite. All right, you need to take action. And let's say, for example, usually you're the one that takes the action. Sit back. That's the message of this, including all the disruption within this reading is also a message as well. Because usually when I have that kind of that kind of energy, I ignore it or my mods deal with it. But this time you're getting called out, and next time I'll name you by name as well, just to, if you want to keep going with this, then no worries, you know. So right, let's pull some oracle cards. Outcome. Let's see outcomes here. We're going to use the, do I want to use this? No, I'm going to use the Sacred Rebel. I'm going to use the Sacred Rebel deck by Alana Fairchild for outcomes. I kind of want to pull a Keepers of the Light as well. There's something about that tarot deck that keeps calling me. Let's pull one from here first and then see what they want to do. Right, let's see. What else can you tell us, please? Outcomes for the reading. What can you tell us, please, Spirit? What can you tell us? What can you tell us, please, Spirit? What can you tell us? What can you tell us? Yes, exactly. Focus on the light. Don't be, you're getting all kinds of weird distractions. Keep going. Keep going. Focus on the light. Can you see it's made up of like an eye? You can see the eye there. She's not taking her eyes off that light because she knows she's keeping a very strong focus towards it. We've also got shock of the new. Can you see the throat chakra activation here? Someone is going to start living in their truth by making these decisions. And because they're living in their truth, it's going to activate a whole different side of them they're not going to have been probably privy to. Now, also, this is about singing as well. There's going to be an upgrade around the throat chakra. It could be light language, could be singing. It can be music. It can be also just within your creative energy. But there's an upgrade coming once the decision has been made. One more. And then we'll close the read down. This is just bringing out dormant, latent sort of DNA, what is already within you. So because there's a DNA activation going on here, you're bringing out natural ability, things that you probably forgotten was dormant in you, that maybe you weren't aware of. That's being brought out with these decisions that are being made. And I don't think I'm going to go with the light deck, the Keepers of the Light. I'm going to go with the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck here. Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall's deck. One last outcome card, please. One last outcome card. What do we need to know, please? Outcomes. Outcomes. Yeah. Trust your own understanding. Wow. Can you see? Remove the mask. Someone doesn't want to acknowledge who they really are, and so they're living behind a mask, and so that's why there's all this confusion, because you're not living in your truth. You're not acknowledging your truth. You're not seeing your truth. You're not speaking your truth. Start speaking your truth. You're too worried about what people are going to think. You need to act. This is going to activate this further, which means you're going to, because someone is stagnant here because they haven't lived in their truth, their heart space. They're kept going in a loop and they're expecting different results. Time to make the decision. Time to make the decision. Trust your own understanding. Remove the mask. Be authentic. Okay, guys, this was your reading for today. Thank you so much, Kate and Luke. Appreciate you. Everyone who has been watching and all your likes and shares and your subscriptions, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Until next time, take care.